And now, for the most famous words in marble sports, please welcome today's Grand Marshal, patron and team owner of Defy Scent Vehicles, FlameVapour.
Alrighty, everyone. I'm not being paid to say marbles, start your engines.
It may very well be the track that is too tough to tame, with not one but two drivers completely failing to complete a lap in our qualifying session, and a ton of drivers having issues during the qualifying, but finally the field of 18 is set for the reimagined 400 here at DDT International Speedway as we welcome you to MSPN's coverage of NASMARB. I'm Ricochet, glad to be with you, seeing groups here 1 through 6, including our number 1 seed Streamer, who will get us started in just a moment. And DRÍZZEL is another notable, won last week and is the 2 seed for this week's race here, the reimagined 400 at DDT International Speedway. So we will begin with the 1 seed Streamer, who will go from the outside there, gets the pretty big lead on Mozilla and BLOODSTORM. It'll be Streamer that gets the win, BLOODSTORM finishes second, and Mozilla didn't get out of the first turn, upside down. Have a look at the replay here. Keep an eye on the orange 66 car out of the middle. Got turned by BLOODSTORM. Oh, and then got pushed off the course again by the 86. And so that will force a one-on-one matchup now here between the 66 and the 86, as you have another look there. BLOODSTORM was a runner-up last week. The 66 has had some success in both of our races so far, close across the line, and I think it's BLOODSTORM that gets him. It is. And an early exit for Mozilla, who has had a lot of success. In fact, Mozilla has been in the top 6 in each of the first 2 races, was a Final 3 member in the first week. Oh, and you can see there, the move did not work for Mozilla, going across the line backwards and clearly slower than BLOODSTORM, but tried to make a block right there, just got shoved out of the way, and the 86 comes across the line first and advances, which will bring us to Group 2. DRÍZZEL in the 3, the 13 of WINX, and the 4 of Murakami. DRÍZZEL gets the advantage. Needs to run a clean lap, and will. It was pretty close there, and it looked like we had another car that didn't finish. We do. Oh, off the course in the second turn. DRÍZZEL gets the win. And more contact there early. That was WINX. But it wasn't WINX that ended up getting turned around, even though WINX had seemingly been turned just like we saw with Mozilla in the first group. It was Murakami that couldn't finish the lap. And so they'll go again. Murakami is upside down. There is WINX to the finish line first, and Murakami runs 2 laps but will not finish. And so the 13 of WINX is going to advance. And that is honestly something that we've seen a lot. Murakami only finished 1 lap during qualifying, so just 1 of 4 total laps here at the DDT International Speedway is finished as we move on to Group 3. Here is Oak. Oak has maybe you could say it 2 ways, either the most or the least pressure on him. First race that they have qualified for, and they will win the stage. And neither of the other drivers are able to finish the lap, as Oak, who failed to qualify in each of the first 2 races, had clearly more speed there, and it looked like the 2 and the 12 got tangled up with each other. Oh, and you can see there at the bottom of the screen, you saw Sal just go hard into the wall, turned sideways, and there was no chance there. Excuse me, it was the 2 and the 16 of Nugget here. And it will be the 2 of Sal advancing. Pretty easy win there for Sal. Saw Murakami and WINX, those are both from Bladestar Motorsports. Had to eliminate one of their drivers. Nugget has now failed to reach the group stage or advance through the group stage in either of the last 2 races after a pretty strong first race. Not the case here as we move on to Group 4. It's Spitzer, Prime, and Confetti. Confetti barely made it into the field after failing last time. Turns around, he's in the lead. Here comes Prime. Spitzer, it's gonna be nobody. Nobody finishes as the 17 gets turned and blocks the way for each of the other 2 drivers. This is a tough matchup for Confetti, facing Prime, who won the first race, facing Spitzer, who had the pole for the first race, but they'll have to go again. Spitzer in the lead. Here is Prime. They are close. It is Confetti making the move to the right side and through and winning. And for the first time, Confetti is into the next round. How about that move by the 17? Spitzer and Prime maybe forgot about the other driver. And oh, wow, nice move. A very impressive run there by Confetti. And now we're going to have to lose one of our better drivers, and we're going to lose Prime. Not close. Clean race, and Spitzer has the speed to get past Prime, who fails to make it through the group stage for the first time in 3 races after winning our first race in the history of NASMARB, being the 2 seed in each of the first 2 races. Did not have it here today. As we move on to Group 5 now, EARL in the 33, the 93 of ELECTRO, and the 12 of Jack Tato. EARL in the lead. I think everybody else had some kind of problems as they will both make it across. ELECTRO finishes second, but it's an easy win for the 33 of EARL. Have a look at the replay, see what happens. ELECTRO gets turned. Oh, they flip up on the course. That's pretty impressive that both drivers ended up finishing there. Well behind the 33 of EARL, who didn't have honestly a great run, but able to still win that one pretty easily. So now it's one-on-one, ELECTRO and Jack Tato. ELECTRO is in the lead. Jack Tato right on his tail, and it'll be ELECTRO. The 93 advances through on a very aggressive run there from both drivers. ELECTRO got turned early, but stayed and then got, wow, a ton of contact from the backside. And honestly, it may have helped at the end, the 93 of ELECTRO, and it'll bring us to our final group. Neptune, Jeff Marbin, and QUILO. QUILO had a very disappointing qualifying run, failed to finish one of the laps. In the lead here, though, and winning it, going across the line backwards. The 9 advances to the next round. And it puts Jeff Marbin on the hot seat with Neptune. Marbin was a distant third there. And just got sideways, the 24 did. And then like a side draft by Neptune. Sent him back into the wall. Let's see what happens one-on-one now. Marbin in the lead. Can he hold on this time? The answer is no. He gets passed on the backstretch. And Neptune takes the final spot in the next round as Jeff Marbin is eliminated and continues what has been a struggle of a season so far for the 2014. Right there, got sideways on the backstretch, which happened in the first lap. And so now here is the second round matchup, Streamer and Confetti, Spitzer and BLOODSTORM, Lemon, DRÍZZEL, and ELECTRO, EARL and WINX, Oak and QUILO, Neptune versus Sal, as we have all of the top 6 seeds remaining. So no upsets from the top seeds, as we'll go Streamer against Confetti in Stage 2. 1 seed against the 17, both seed and numbered car of Confetti. Whoa, big spin! Confetti keeps going and is going to steal away the first one. Holy cow, let's have another look. Oh, wow. A ton of contact with part of the course. Streamer unable to finish. Confetti went for a wild ride inside that 17 machine, but is able to advance another look. And the 26 got up on the course. That's what happened there. Now Streamer in the lead here. Confetti trying to hang with, but it's going to be an even up on that one. Streamer gets the win and evens us at 1 apiece. Confetti got right up on the back bumper there, exiting turn 2 and trying to get down that backstretch, final part of this course. He'll go again. And Streamer, much easier that time. And that is that. So Streamer taken to the brink by Confetti. And it's for a spot in the final 6. It's going to be the first career appearance for Streamer in the final 6 with a different sponsor on the hood here. Beta Wolves is the sponsorship for the 26. He's had the fastest time. He's been clearly the best so far, as Spitzer and BLOODSTORM will face each other. Winner goes to the final 6 for their second time. BLOODSTORM from the inside, Spitzer from the outside. Spitzer's in the lead, contact on the backstretch, and it is Spitzer holding on, crawling across the finish line to take a 1-0 lead. Looked like the back tires may have actually come off the course for a moment. This is an incredibly tough course. And slowly coming across the line at the end is Spitzer. But in the lead now as they switch lanes. This one looks like a better lane for Spitzer, but now gets stuck and gets passed on the backstretch. BLOODSTORM evens it up. Wow, Spitzer had the speed, but just got completely sideways going down the backstretch, and only a little bit of contact couldn't stop BLOODSTORM. And now this one to determine our second finalist in the final 6, and it will be Spitzer by 1.5 miles. Upside down on the back of the course is BLOODSTORM. So after not making the first race and a finals appearance, a runner-up spot last time for BLOODSTORM, more even now in the field, as it'll be a middle-of-the-pack finish. Final 6 appearance for the second time for Spitzer. As DRÍZZEL will take on ELECTRO. DRÍZZEL trying to ride momentum from last week. Won it. Did it easily. 2 seed this week and a very easy first win over ELECTRO in the 93. ELECTRO made the final 6 last week, as did obviously DRÍZZEL, who wins it. ELECTRO finished 5th. And he's going to need to win this one to stay alive. They go into the turn side by side. Look at the pass attempt, but DRÍZZEL holds him off and sweeps the 93 and takes our 3rd spot in the final 6. That was an impressive case of driving there for DRÍZZEL. He got moved out of the way going into the turn by the 93, but ELECTRO could not complete the pass, couldn't get clear, and DRÍZZEL runs away with it. EARL against WINX here. Blue and white car of EARL, the black and orange of WINX, and WINX is going to get pushed across the finish line to win the first one. WINX, who also was in the final 6 last time, placed 4th for Bladestar Motorsports. Bladestar had 2 of the top 4 finishers. We just mentioned BLOODSTORM was the runner-up. WINX in the lead. Can he hold on? The answer is yes, as EARL doesn't finish. He went bouncing off the walls on the backstretch. And it's back-to-back sweeps. DRÍZZEL in the first one. WINX sweeps away EARL. And it wasn't ever in doubt, as WINX with a pretty easy win. You can see on the replay EARL doesn't get across the line. Here is Oak and QUILO. QUILO, one of the fan favorites. Oak trying to obviously get to the final 6 for the first time. He flips, but QUILO gets stuck in turn 2, and they'll have to do it again. Wow, flip right in the first turn. And then just went sideways, did the 9. And when you're going sideways, wow, out of control is the 48. Honestly, out of control is the 9. When you're going to go sideways into a turn like that, you severely lessen your chances that you're going to get through. We'll go again. Oak in the lead, and with a confident win in our first heat here of this next round, Oak takes a 1-0 lead, trying to get to the final 6 for the first time. Obviously, wherever he places will be a career best. So they'll switch lanes. This one much closer. Oak puts some pressure on QUILO, but they even it up. They're side by side, into and out of the first turn. That was an impressive job by both drivers to keep that as clean as possible. And so we now reach the final heat. Oak has a lot of speed from that lane and wins it. As very slowly across the line comes QUILO. They are out, and Oak is in the final 6 for the first time. So congratulations to the 48 team. And all the folks at FFA Racing, ML Facts and Marbles for Autism, with clearly their best run. And now the final matchup, it is Neptune and Sal. And whichever one of these drivers makes it through will have their first Final 6 appearance. Sal hard into the wall. Neptune avoids and advances through turn 2, which Sal could not, gets the win and takes the early advantage. Now Sal went hard into the wall. Almost looked like a block attempt, just went sideways into turn 1. Not sure that's a great idea. Not sure it was intentional. You see the other drivers that these two are trying to join. Sal has the lead. Can he finish? Here comes the 11. Contact at the end, and Sal evens it up. Had the lead, slowed at the end of the race, and if Neptune had chosen another lane, they may have gotten the win. It would have been really close at the line. Instead, it's a winner-take-all now for the final spot. Sal in the lead. Neptune makes the pass, gets the win, advances to the final 6. And you look at the replay, Sal had the speed early, but again struggles coming off turn 2 and down to the backstretch. Almost made another great block, slowed Neptune down a lot, but not enough to avoid Neptune being able to finish. DRÍZZEL out of these final 6 is the only one to make it to the finals with the final 3, and he is trying to become the first driver. If he does make it, he'll be the first driver to make it to the final 3 twice. That has never happened through the first 2 races. First to 3 wins here in Stage 3. Streamer versus WINX, the 26 and the 13. Gotta win 3 to get to the finals. Streamer gonna easily win the first one. And WINX, as you can see, didn't make it to turn 2. You'll see it on this replay where it happens on that first long stretch. Actually, so far behind you can't even see it in the screen. But couldn't make it to turn 2 for WINX. Disappointing start. They'll switch lanes. See if WINX can have a better run. Streamer still in the lead. Streamer gonna make it 2-0. Streamer's got a lot of speed. This may be by far the car to beat. Hasn't really been tested with the exception of Confetti, who ran well, won the first race, but that was a very strange one. Both cars had a lot of issues with the track, and then the second one held in there for a while. Streamer spins, still going, and Streamer sweeps away WINX. The 13 is out. And Streamer is going to become the first #1 seed to make it to the final. Interesting note there. Also, WINX, who finished 4th last time, was swept in the finals, in the final 6 last race as well. So they have not won a race in the round of 6. Here's DRÍZZEL and Neptune. Very interested to see if DRÍZZEL can continue the success. Neptune tries to get in front and does, and Neptune's going to win the first heat. As DRÍZZEL comes across the line, pretty far behind there. They spun in between turns 1 and 2, trying to make something happen, and it didn't work. And a pretty easy win for Neptune. Maybe DRÍZZEL not showing everything he's got. Ooh, Neptune making a couple of hard moves, but DRÍZZEL's going to get the win. And we'll even it up. 1-1. Remember, you got to get to 3 now. And so it's even at 1 apiece. DRÍZZEL by a mile. Neptune tried to do something at the end, but got slow out of the gate, went right into the wall, and DRÍZZEL had a very smooth run. No chance for Neptune really to come back from that one. So it's 2-1 DRÍZZEL. He's 1 win away from the final 3 for the second time. Trying to become the first driver in history to do that. He's got the lead here. He's going to hold on. And DRÍZZEL is back in the finals. First driver in NASMARB history to make multiple final 3s. And he's going to do it as the 2 seed after doing it as the 1 last week. So Oak and Spitzer now, as they will face off here. Here is Oak. Oak with the speed and a smooth run, showing what they can do now. Oak takes a 1-0 advantage. Boy, this has really been a huge momentum booster, you'd assume, for Oak and for this 48 team after failing to qualify in either of the first 2 races. They're not necessarily going to make the playoffs, as they're going to spin here and Spitzer's going to even it up. But just to be able to have some kind of success has got to be huge. Something I think you could also say for Confetti, despite the fact that didn't get out of the second round, losing to clearly the best car in the field right now, the 26. Oh, what a move there by Spitzer to make the pass at the end. And after a slow start out of the gate, they're going to take the pass and go by Oak right at the end. Gets across by about a car length to take a 2-1 lead. Oak now has a pretty big lead and will win this one, and we're going to go to a decisive 5th race. What I was saying about Confetti is that even though they lost in the second round there to the 26, won one of the races and held pretty tight in another one, a building block there for the 17 after barely making it into this field. There are the other 2, the 26 and the 3, the heavyweights. Who's going to join them? Spitzer and Oak. Spitzer is going to get it done. Neither car with a perfect run. A perfect run would have beat the other car, but not the case, and the 25 was just good enough. Got about a car length lead out of turn 1. And even with that losing of the back end there, nothing the 48 could do. So Spitzer is into the final 3 as Oak, Neptune, and WINX will face off for 4th through 6th. WINX won this race last week and so took 4th place last week. Oak obviously has never been at this point before. And it is going to be Neptune and then Oak. And WINX had the lead coming out of turn 2, but could not get it done. Just got slow. So 4th place will go to the 11 car of Neptune. Oak will take 5th in the 48, and it is 6th place for WINX. That's disappointing there. Streamer, DRÍZZEL, Spitzer, they are coming up next for the final.
Are you craving more Marvel sports? Come and join the MSW podcast on all your favorite podcasting platforms. Listen to Marvel Guy and Mr. Woff talk about all of the hottest Marvel topics. Come and explore the Marvel Sports Worldwide podcast.
Always great to hear from the folks over at the Marvel Sports Worldwide podcast as we're back here at the DDT International Speedway for the finale and a wild race between the 26 and the 3. Streamer's going to get the win. It's 1st to 4. Ah, look at that going into turn 2. They were all over each other. And DRÍZZEL and Spitzer, or DRÍZZEL, excuse me, and Streamer going back and forth. The 25 of Spitzer finishes 3rd. DRÍZZEL takes the advantage into turn 2. He's got the lead. He's being pushed across the line by the 26 to even it up. Boy, that 26 car's got a ton of speed. Just punted the 3 into the lead and across the line. Now the 25 is in the lead. Can he hold on? The answer is yes. He gets pushed again. Wow. All even at 1 apiece. Streamer, Lemon DRÍZZEL, and Spitzer, who had to hold on, just got the block down on the 26, who's been close to winning all 3 races. Took the first one. Now in the lead here, and a little bit of a block put on by DRÍZZEL. Not sure that's intentional, because it loses either car's chance to take out the leader. Right there, blocking Spitzer gives an early or an easy win to Streamer. And then close across the line, it was DRÍZZEL who finished second. Don't get anything for that. And Streamer going to make the pass in turn 2 on DRÍZZEL. Again, a distant third is the 25. Streamer up 3, 1-1, and has a chance to win it here. From the middle goes DRÍZZEL, trying to hold on. Off the course is Lemon DRÍZZEL. Taking the win with contact at the end is Spitzer, who now takes over second place. Wow, what a wild one, and we hope Lemon DRÍZZEL's okay. That was a lot of contact. You could see in the background there, falling down the mountainous terrain here at the DDT International Speedway, and there is DRÍZZEL on his wheels, which is good. Wow, that was a wild one. DRÍZZEL now running in third, trying to take the win. He will to keep this one alive. Streamer in a close second. Spitzer doesn't finish. You could see he was behind the other two anyway. Tried to make a move at the end, but just didn't have enough speed that wasn't going to get by DRÍZZEL anyway. Now DRÍZZEL in the lead. Lemon DRÍZZEL ties it up at 3. Spitzer, for the second straight race, doesn't finish. But we're one win for Spitzer away from potentially having a winner-take-all. This is the first time we've ever seen multiple drivers get to 3 wins. Could we see all 3 drivers get to 3 wins? Or does it end here? Streamer in the lead. Now it's Spitzer that's going to get it. Oh, boy, here we go. It's a winner-take-all as Streamer, Lemon DRÍZZEL, and Spitzer all have 3 heat wins, and they will go for the championship here of the Reimagined 400. One race gonna determine the winner. Wow, what a finish. Here we go. DRÍZZEL takes the lead early. Now it is Streamer in the lead. Oh, there's a caution. DRÍZZEL's out of the car. Oh, no. A disaster for Lemon DRÍZZEL. We will have to rerun it. Oh! Up into the air. DRÍZZEL he won the heat. His car didn't come with him. Whoa. They're going to re-piece together the car, stick him back in there and say, try to go win it now. Streamer in the lead, and he is going to do it. The 26 was pushed to the brink there, but Streamer gets it done. Fastest car all day long wins it. So we'll have another look. What a crazy final 3. A winner-take-all, a driver leaving his car, the car flipping upside down and all over the place, and he finishes by himself across the line. That was a wild one. And now, since they were tied at 3 wins apiece, DRÍZZEL and Spitzer will go again for second. DRÍZZEL, who won last week, he's going to take an easy second-place victory here, as Spitzer struggles and actually will not get across the line. And Lemon DRÍZZEL in the 3, proving himself to be quite the driver for Red Pandas Racing and Dave's Motors on the hood of the 3 car. And it's third place for the 25. of Spitzer for WAF Motorsports and WAF's Bowling Alley. There are the standings for today's race overall. Streamer, DRÍZZEL, Spitzer, Neptune, Oak, and then WINX, Confetti, QUILO, BLOODSTORM, and Sal, the top 10. ELECTRO, EARL, Prime, Jeff Marbin, Nugget, Mozilla, Jack Tato, and Murakami, who finishes last out of those to make the race. Again, the 89 of Steve and the 43 of Woodpecker unable to finish. And you can see there now Lemon, DRÍZZEL, Streamer, and Prime locked into the playoffs. And right at the cut line, it is close. 1 point to the good for Jack Tato. 1 point behind is Nugget and Earl. Sal is 6 points behind. 11 points in the red is Murakami. 13 back for Oak. 14 for both Jeff Marbin and Confetti. All the way to 30 points back for Woodpecker, who is a far distant last place. Steve is up by 3 points despite not making the race. For this week, still able to be in it. BLOODSTORM is now plus 10 after qualifying for the last 2 races and having some success last week. Not as much success this week, though. And then you can see all the way up to WINX, who is right now the points leader out of those that have not won races. Second overall in the points. 9 points behind Lemon, DRÍZZEL, who is now our championship standings leaders. WINX is 36 points above the cut line. So it's DRÍZZEL, WINX, Spitzer, Streamer, and QUILO, the top 5. Mozilla, Prime, ELECTRO, Neptune, and BLOODSTORM, the top 10. Last 2 drivers in the 12-car playoff field right now is the 89 Maubau machine of Steve and the 12 of Jack Tato. And then those that are below the cut line and either need to gain some points or win some races, Nugget, Earl, Sal, Murakami, Oak, Jeff Marbin, Confetti, and Woodpecker. And so those are the updated standings here for the first season of NASMARB on MSPN. A wild race here. We said it may be the course that's too tough to tame. May have lived up to the billing there today, as it was a wild one. We had a lot of things we haven't seen before, including a walk-off, as Streamer gets the win in the 3-3-3 tie, wins the championship of the reimagined 400 at the DDT International Speedway. And so until next time, I'm Ricochet, and you've been watching NASMARB on MSPN.